Hey guys, and welcome to the one where I talk about me and where I'm from. Hi, my name is Aaron. So I got this comment the other day that kind of hurt me a little bit, and I'm not gonna put it down here because I'm not trying to put the person on blast. They weren't trying to be mean, and they don't know who I am, so that's kind of what sparked the idea for this video. But the comment basically said, hey, I'm really tired and fed up with my retail job, and I want to get into the tech world, and I'm sure you and every other tech person has heard this a million times. And yeah, do you have any advice for me? I'm not sure the commenter meant it in the way that I took it, which is that I'm a part of this like tech club where I'm working in this like specific field and he's like an outsider and something else, right? But that's how I took it. And that's what bothers me because that's 100% not the case. Half of the reason why I started this channel is because people like me and people with my background sometimes think that they can't get out of that background or that they can't get out of this situation in life. And I'm living proof that you can. So I want to let you guys know where I came from, what I did, and how I got here. So I graduated high school with average grades. I was the kid who tested really well and didn't like to do homework very much. I was more interested in having a social life than doing work, and that's what I did. I went to the University of Cincinnati for a year. I did all right, but I decided to drop out and join the Air Force. After I had joined the Air Force, I got medically discharged and I left. I spent a year not really doing much except for working at Target, and then I decided that I was going to transfer to The Ohio State University. The next 4 years of my life I spent at Ohio State. It was a great time. I met lots of new people. I had an awesome life for a few years, and I ended up getting a degree in English. Originally, I was a political science major with a pre-law focus, and I thought I wanted to go to law school, but the job market for lawyers is kind of dry, and so I decided instead of, picking a useful career path that I would get an English degree because I liked writing a lot. So I did that. So getting an English degree allowed me to get all of the jobs I ever wanted in retail and food and beverage. So I worked at a movie theater, I worked at a bank, I worked at another bank, I worked at a restaurant, I worked at a restaurant, I worked at a bar, I worked at a restaurant, I worked at a bar, I worked at a restaurant. And then I worked in retail some more, and I got a job in retail sales at T-Mobile, and then I got a job as a manager of retail sales at T-Mobile, and that kind of brought me up to the point where I decided that I was going to learn how to code. So if we're keeping track, that means that from the time I was 18 to the time that I was, 27, I essentially floundered around in between school and work, and when I was working, I was making really shit money, and I was in really crap jobs, and I had some good times and I met some awesome people, but it wasn't exactly fulfilling or the life that I wanted to live or being able to add value to the world like I wanted to. But the whole point of this is I didn't graduate with a CS degree, but I'm working in tech right now. Now, I did go to a boot camp. I am super lucky and super fortunate that I was in a position where I could go to a boot camp and I could stop working for 12 weeks and drop a lot of money to go to a boot camp. But believe me, that is not the only path to get into tech. Team Treehouse is doing great work, Udacity, Udemy. There are ways to learn everything that I learned in the boot camp for significantly cheaper on a similar timeline. You just have to be motivated and disciplined enough to do it. But you can do it. You don't have to go to school for 4 years. You don't have to have a CS degree to work in the tech industry. And you don't have to be a complete and total genius who comes from a family with a lot of money or whatever it is that you think is a requirement to do it. You don't. Because I'm not one of those people. I'm trying and starting and thinking about starting my own company and starting this startup. And I met with somebody who's been through 3 exit events with startups. He is kind of the startup guru in the triangle. And I wanted to meet with him to talk about it because I felt like I was an outsider and that I didn't necessarily belong as an entrepreneur and I needed help. Right? So I meet with him and I start to go over this stuff and I say, hey, like, I'm not part of this like club. And before I even got the sentence out of my mouth, he stopped me and he said, there is no club when it comes to tech. It's about ideas and it's about executing, and that's all. There is no special club. There is no, weird tech cult that you have to be a part of. So don't think because you're not X person that you can't get a job in tech. Because I didn't check off all the boxes, and nobody will ever check off all the boxes, right? But you can do it. I hope this video makes sense. I just wanted to clear the air about a couple of things and let you know where I came from, and hopefully it's something that maybe some of you can relate to in one way or another and help you stay motivated to head down the path of trying to become a developer. If you like this video, feel free to hit that like button. If you have any questions about my background, or if you want to ask me anything at all, please leave it down below in the comments. As always, I appreciate all of the support, guys. Thank you so very much. If you want to keep following along in the journey, hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.